The brightness of this day has given me the opportunity to bring you this video. Welcome back to my channel, Winging It with AC. My name is AC. My people, my brain is tired. My brain is fried. Apart from the fact that it's just work that is causing my brain to feel like it's fried, money matters. So it's that time of the month again where I was like doing my market shopping list, and I was looking at the total and it's gone up a bit from last month for various reasons. And I was like, God, today is what? Only 4th April. And the money for budgeted for food, for provisions, is basically finished. What are we going to do the rest of the month? I don't know how people are doing it. I don't know how you guys are doing it. But in my thinking, I remembered a list, not a list, a video idea. I actually wrote down everything. I wrote this down in January, and somehow I never got around to doing the video. So the way my brain is hurting, I was like, you know what, this is a perfect time to shoot this video. And I'm not sure what I'm going to title this video, but I'll say like how to adjust to price increments, or how to adjust to the economic discombobulation. Okay, so I have 6 points written down here. So the first thing is buy in bulk if you can. And when I say buying in bulk, I feel like it makes more sense if you buy from like a wholesale vendor. But then buying from a wholesale vendor means like you are buying a lot. So depending on the size of your family, that may be worth it, you know. So if you go to these wholesale shops and you're going to buy, let's say, milk, and you have to buy a certain quantity for it to be cheaper, such that the unit price will, let's say, be 40 cedis a sachet, as opposed to buying it from a convenience shop for 45 cedis a sachet, then it makes sense. But if you're just going to your regular convenience store and you're just buying the milk and you're buying that same quantity, to me, honestly, it doesn't make sense. So I know some people will go all the way to Accra to go and shop for these baggings. I was having a conversation with a dear sister of mine, and she was telling me about how her sister or cousin does that. And it's just like it's stressful because like sometimes you find certain items, let's say rice and oil, in this shop that is cheaper, but their milk and their milo and their sardine is not as cheap. So now you have to go and find another shop where perhaps over there their milo and their sardine is cheaper, but their milk, so it's like you're shopping around. And Accra, those of you who live in Ghana, our local markets, that's Accra Central. It's not for the faint of heart. So that's one point number one. I would suggest that you try and buy in bulk. Now the second thing is try and portion. If you're buying in bulk and you're buying for months in advance, try and portion out every item. So for those of you who missed that video I did, I think back in October, you know, where I went and bought a lot of things and I labeled them. Some of them still have the labels. Most of them, the food items got finished, but they actually did, it worked for me. So basically what I did was that when I bought, let's say, 5 sachets of milk, I'm like, one sachet is for 1 month. So I wrote, no, I put a what's that thing called, masking tape on it, wrote November, wrote December. The milk we use like roughly about 1.5 a month, so I bought 2 per month, and I write November 1, November 2, December 1, December 2, and it worked. So if we got to a certain point and the milk was finished and the month hadn't ended, that's it, milk no day. When the month begins, then we start that one, and we really stuck to that, and I thought that it helped. So just in case it may work for you, rather than just buying the things in bulk and then you just feel like, oh, there's some there, oh, it's finished, oh, let's take more, but then actually rationing them so that you are not overspending in that sense. Now my next point is reduce the use of oil. The way oil has become so expensive, it just gives you the motivation to reduce the amount of oil you use when you're cooking. Really, coconut oil, as of 2021, when I was still doing making the I was making shea butter for my family. I was trying to use that for sale, but in the end I never did. Maybe I will. And then I was using it for banana muffins and I was selling them. Oh, the 5 liter one, or it's almost 5 liters. I was buying that for 90 cedis or 95 cedis. When I bought it last November, 300 Ghana cedis for a, it's not even a gallon, almost 5 liters, whatever. Can you imagine 300 cedis? And let's not even talk about vegetable oil. Like, anyway, so really though, you can just reduce the amount of oil so that you don't have to buy oil frequently. And then again, there's the health benefits of that. So that's another point there. And now sometimes when I think about these options, I'm like, God, I'm not poor, I get money. It's not reflecting my bank account yet, but I get money. Okay, so the next point is reduce let's say the amount of protein. What did I say? Decrease the amount of protein you use in cooking. So I'm just using myself as an example. So prior to all of these price hikes, salted beef. What's salted beef? When you buy salted beef, 20 Ghana or 30 Ghana, like it's a lot. So like when we're eating a bean stew, the salted beef is inside, it's representing in its number, or the contour stew, salted beef day inside. So you're eating your contour stew, then you're chewing the salted beef, a salmon. One salmon used to be 5 cedis, so I could use salmon generously. Now one salmon is like 20 cedis. That's twice, 3 times. That's what, 4 times the price, right? The original price. So I've had to scale down on our use or the quantity of salted beef I use in consumerism. And I remember at a point Richard was like, he was pushing to me. He said, hey, so now the stew can put it, like there's no salted beef inside. I said it's inside though, but it's not a lot. It's less than half of what I used to use, in one pot of consumer stew. So that's one thing I've done. I've reduced the amount of salmon and tuna that I use in making the consumer stew or mackerel stew or something, like I've reduced quantities of those things. And even in bean stew, actually now I don't even use the salted beef in the bean stew anymore because it's become so expensive. Like everything has become so expensive. So that is one thing that I've had to force myself to do for the family, so that like our expenses it's already overstretched, so I reduced that because protein it takes up a lot of money. And then I also instituted, okay, no, I don't say instituted a rule, but another thing you can do to adjust to price increments is to reduce. This also has to do with protein again. Reduce the amount of protein that you eat. So for example, in this house, when we're eating rice and contour stew, or even yam and contour stew, boiled egg will be part. So now I have removed that. So when we're eating yam and contour stew, the contour stew fish day inside is broken up into pieces by day inside. So no boiled egg, because eggs now, a crate used to be 22, 24 Ghana cedis. Now it's 50 Ghana cedis. So and then at first when we are eating, let's say, corned beef stew, rice and corned beef stew, boiled egg for day. But now when we are eating spaghetti and corned beef stew or rice and corned beef stew, no boiled egg. So those are some of the things that I have, seemingly little things, but in the end they add up. Because if we eat consumer stew twice in a week and there's 4 of us eating an egg, even if I add cuckoo to the egg equation, that's 5 eggs, and in a week that's 10 eggs, and your crates is almost half gone, and so it won't even get you to the end of the month. And now it's like we need 2 crates of eggs in a month for it to to last. So sometimes when I'm watching some of these food vloggers and they are doing egg stew and then they're just cracking the eggs into the stew, and I'm like, hey, people have money. Honestly, nowadays when I'm watching food vloggers, I know like they are recording for content. And I'm like, sometimes I'll just be like, wow, you have money, yo. I'm like, you're using this many eggs for this stew, or you're using all of this meat or something. Like, honestly, I've just been judging food vloggers. Like, you people get money, you people are rich. That doesn't mean I'm not rich. I'm rich. It's about to reflect in my bank account. Say amen. Amen. So these are basically the 6 points I have to share with you, some of the things that I actually have done that I have found to work, even though still the math is not math. And this even I've been sitting down thinking, I've been like, God, give me a business to start and let me just start. Give me money, let money drop. Like, I've just been thinking, when it happens like that, I can sit down and just be thinking, how can I get extra money? Where can I get extra money from? Like, I and then I always have to stop myself. So every time I'm doing that, then I'll text Richie, or if he's nearby, I'll just tell him that this is what's going through my head, so if possible, please share with me in the comment section ways that you have adjusted to price increments. Are there things that you've stopped eating or stopped buying because of, just to cut down on costs? I think that's also another point you can actually think about, like even substituting certain proteins for other proteins. That's one thing I forgot to talk about. I stopped buying turkey, because at first 1 kilo of turkey was 17 cedis. Now 1 kilo of turkey is like 45 cedis or so. So I stopped buying turkey. I stopped buying chicken wings. I only bought some, I think, a few weeks ago when I did that barbecue chicken wings on the coal pot. But we stopped buying chicken wings. We used to buy chicken wings every month. 15 cedis. I used to buy 2 kilos, because that's what we used to eat our jollof rice. I stopped buying chicken wings. I stopped buying turkey. So all I buy is chicken, either soft chicken for chicken stew or hard chicken. But like, I stopped. Like, it doesn't make sense. It does not make any sense, especially the turkey. So when I say, see, once again, food vloggers, when I see them and they are frying turkey and turkey this, I'm like, wow, you have money for turkey, give me some. Anyway, so once again, those are my tips. I hope I didn't ramble on, and I truly hope that this is helpful or beneficial to you. And once again, like I was saying earlier on, share with me in the comment section some of the ways in which you have tried to reduce costs in the face of the discombobulation of the economic situation in this country and even worldwide. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.